Hello, and welcome to this Career Compass program course on taking initiative. This content will assist with learning and development within the 20 non-technical competencies outlined in the Workforce Development Continuum. Throughout this video, you will see a paper-pencil icon on some slides, indicating a workbook activity. When you see this icon on the top left corner, it means I'll be asking you to write something in your workbook or to refer to your workbook. If possible, download the workbook from the CCRC before continuing with this course. However, if you are not able to, no worries. Just use any piece of paper and write your thoughts down on that. You can always transfer that to the workbook later. Today you will learn how taking initiative will assist in NAVFAC meeting its mission. So you know what to expect today. We will discuss what is initiative, the importance of initiative for employees and employers, the goal model for taking initiative, initiative risk factors, and tips to start taking initiative. First off, I'd like you to take a moment to reflect on something. What's an example of an initiative you've been involved in? Think about what did you do, and what was the benefit of your initiative to your team? Please write your thoughts on page 3 of your workbook. Pause the video and resume when you are ready. So now that you've had a chance to reflect a little bit, let's move on to talking about taking initiative in the workplace. Let's do a small exercise to check your listening skills. Here is a riddle. You are the bus driver. You drive 3 blocks and pick up 2 people. You drive 3 more blocks and 1 person gets off. You drive around the corner and pick up 5 people. What is the name of the bus driver? You can write the answer in page 4 of your workbook. Pause the video if you need to, and resume when you are ready. So what is the name of the bus driver? It's whatever your name is. After all, the question starts by stating that you are the bus driver. How did you do? Did you get the correct answer? This riddle is a fun example that demonstrates how important it is to really listen. Listening skills are of prime importance for taking initiative. If you don't listen, you won't know what the team requires. In order to talk more about initiative, let's define it. Before I go into the definition, I want you to reflect for a moment. In your workbook on page 4, please answer the following question. In your opinion, what is initiative? Pause the video and resume when you are ready. When you return, we'll go over the formal definition. Initiative is related to the word initiate or start. Words like self-starter and self-motivated are connected with initiative. Initiative is defined as an introductory step, the energy or aptitude displayed in initiation of action. Using your initiative means being the person to seize an idea and get it off the ground, often before it's been asked for. So why is initiative important? Think about initiative from the employer's perspective. As an employer, what would you prefer? Someone who does the job well as long as she or he is told exactly what to do and when to do it? Or someone who understands the wider purpose of their role and thinks of ways they can improve the work and put it into practice? Employers value people with initiative skills because it means that the employees are striving to do their job better by thinking of new and creative approaches. There is curiosity, creativity, and drive to succeed. Think about initiative from the employee's perspective. It is initiative which sets one employee apart from the others in the organization. It strengthens your decision-making and analytical skills. It helps you identify upcoming opportunities. And, finally, initiative builds your personal brand in the organization. Initiative is more about putting things into practice than just coming up with an idea. There is a model called GOAL that can help you. Let's go through it. The GOAL model for taking initiative involves 4 key elements: growth, opportunity, accountability, and leaning in. As you think about your career, where do you want to grow? What are the opportunities you see? How will you hold yourself accountable? And how will you lean in and take action? Let's go through them one by one. Talking about growth. What are your goals and what does success look like? How do your goals align with your team's goals? And how do your goals align with the organization's goals? Let's say you are a welder. Your IDP, or Individual Development Plan, goal might be to grow into a gas welder, specifically a gas metal arc welder or a MIG. This is the G in goal, where you want to grow your career by being a MIG. Once you know your growth goal, what are the opportunities? Ask yourself these questions. Which opportunity do you see? What's the impact of that opportunity? What are the benefits of taking initiative on that opportunity? And what are the challenges of taking initiative on that opportunity? So what are the opportunities to be a MIG? You could learn formally and obtain a quote for a gas welding class. As an entry-level welder, you may have some experience with gas welding, so fundamentals may not be advanced enough. Perhaps an intermediate-level course is better. An alternate is through informal learning, by observing gas welding being conducted by more seasoned welders. Both of these are opportunities to grow. Now it's time to hold yourself accountable, so ask yourself these questions. How will you hold yourself accountable to taking initiative? How will you add this work to your current workload? How will you respond if things go off course? And who will support you as you take initiative? So how will you hold yourself accountable to grow into a MIG role? You could develop an action tracker to document improvement on gas welding skills every week. Even better, you could share the tracker with a coworker to have someone else help you stay on track. Now it's time to lean in and take action. So ask yourself these questions. What decision will move you toward your goal? What are the first 3 steps in initiating action? What is getting in the way? And when will you start? One way to lean in is to lead a shop training evolution. Preparing for the training course will help strengthen your understanding of gas welding. Teaching the course will improve confidence by demonstrating your expanding skill set. It will also give others the opportunity to challenge your assumptions. Now that you understand the GOAL model for career development, let's make this practical and tangible. How do you spot an initiative opportunity? There are 2 things to consider. 1. Put yourself in another person's shoes. What change would they want? Who would you be helping? 2. Look for problems to solve. What is getting in the way of your team's productivity? What facets of your work are frustrating and irksome? And what minor issues do you have now that could turn into major complications in the coming times? It's always best to start with small ideas that are easy to implement. Now that you know the GOAL model, what are the qualities you need to take initiative? 1 is curiosity. Keep asking questions to understand the work at hand. Another is imagination. Imagine yourself as the leader of your team or department. Can you make it function more efficiently? Lastly, persistence is an important quality. You will very likely meet with resistance on some of the initiatives you take. Be persistent. You should not give up, despite the hurdles you face while accomplishing the work. Let's explore the ways you can take initiative. Take a few minutes and write in your workbook on page 5 about an opportunity where you could take initiative. What problem will it solve? And what are the benefits of starting this initiative? Pause the video and resume when you are ready. While we see the benefits of taking initiative, there are also risks. Let's understand these risks a bit more. Take a few minutes and write in your workbook on page 13 any risks you can associate with the initiative idea you just wrote in your workbook. Pause the video and resume when you are ready. People who show initiative often encounter resistance and setbacks. So what can you do? Tune in to what is going on around your efforts. Taking on too much risk can lead to negative performance outcomes. Your idea might involve you taking on someone else's role, so think through the situation clearly. And your work group's resources may be needed to address other issues, so talk through the situation clearly. Here are a few tips to help you in getting started when taking an initiative. Work with what you have. Don't focus on the obstacles. Instead, focus on how you can overcome them and succeed. Next, manage yourself. Taking initiative requires time and effort. Taking too many at a time may burn you out. In addition, consider others. Understand the impact of your initiatives on the other members of the team. Be sure to align your initiative with the mission goals. If the initiative does not align with the mission, it's just a waste of time and assets. Think as a team member, not an employee. Realize that the team's accomplishments will lead to your personal growth and success of your initiative. Finally, be self-promoting. If you have conviction about your idea, persuade others. Think about your initiative idea and the possible risks of implementing your idea. What's one tip you can use to mitigate the risks? In your workbook on page 14, please write down your thoughts on these 2 reflection questions. What is something you learned today? What tip will you share with a coworker? Pause the video and resume when you are ready. Thank you for attending today. Today we have covered taking initiative, which included what is initiative, the goal model, and how to take an initiative. Please email the TFD account listed on your screen and in the workbook with any additional questions or comments, or contact your local civilian training advocate or BD17. You will receive credit for participating in this course. To receive credit, email the address below with the listed subject line, course name, and completion code. Please check the Career Compass Resource Center or CCRC often for updates and new content to support your learning. Again, thank you for your participation.